Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another crypto video. And I have a question for you all today. A lot of people are talking about keeping a long position open forever, or basically for a longer period of time. If you don't know what a long position is, it is basically you thinking the price is going to go up at one point or another, so you buying a contract which basically rewards you if the price goes up. And here is somebody that we all know, the Moon Carl on YouTube, a very big Bitcoin guy. He said over on Twitter, "I hope you took this trade with me. I opened a $1 million long because of this inverted head and shoulders pattern." Really interesting to me because a head and shoulders pattern of this type of nature doesn't necessarily have to hold up. Then again, I've told you guys before a couple of times, I think that if, for example, every time the price goes lower, we just open ourselves a position, we can actually kind of stick with that one by just adding every time we think there's a good point like this. And as long as we are in a quote-unquote bullish market, or we are in an asset which is primarily bullish like Bitcoin, it doesn't really matter what the downside is, right? I mean, even if we fall down $10,000, $20,000, $40,000, as long as liquidation is not hit, we're still there. And I guess a couple of things matter, like the funding rate, for example, as to maybe you have to pay to keep that position open, but that's all for a different day. Guys, if you're looking for a platform to trade on, this is also what he uses. That's what everybody uses. Make sure you check out Bybit. A link is down below. And let me know down below, should we follow the long position, just opening it up and going for this one, or were we too late now? Very often the long from this point on forward, if they're talking about head and shoulders, is basically shoulder, head, shoulder, and they basically take the percentage from the neckline basically to the head. And they basically replicate that on top, and that's basically where they take profit, but it depends a little bit. But there's right now a 30,000 XP competition. A link is down below. You can also trade Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever you want to do, though. I mean, it's a platform, it's a trading platform, but it's the one that all of us use, if you are wondering. Then, guess the Binance product. So one thing that's pretty controversial about Binance right now is hotels marketplace. Book hotels with crypto, create and send gift cards, earn rewards with liquid swap, and more on Binance marketplace. I find it really peculiar how they're getting quite a couple of complaints. They even took away the tokenized shares, yet they keep adding, and Binance keeps getting bigger. Mark my words, within a couple of years, Binance will be the standard. You will not have your banking app, your hotel app, your this app. No, it'll be on one single platform. And one thing is, guys, you can already see it now within Binance. It's a place where you can keep your money and do everything else because banks have these really strict regulations. Normal exchanges, they don't really dare go into these other parts because it's not really their niche. Binance tries to encompass it all because, well, they can, and I think it's really freaking interesting. So I think they might have integrated with Booking. I'm not sure exactly what they integrated with, but maybe I'll try it out for you guys pretty soon, give you all a review, or I'm going to contact Binance, see if they can sponsor me. Have they ever done that? No. Has anybody ever sponsored me in that regard? No. But maybe if I question them, maybe we can get that done, because I would love to try. I would really love to try out the Binance part for that one. So booking a hotel with my Binance app? Sounds like a dream come true, right? I can't really think of any downside. All right, then the Da Vinci debacle continues. So John Deaton, for example, said, if XRP is a banker coin, why do Bitcoin maximalists celebrate so much when JP Morgan, Goldman Sachs, Bank Mellon, Morgan Stanley, it's, by the way, I'm gonna quickly take off my shirt. It's freaking hot inside. I'm gonna go out for dinner. I don't want to have my shirt all stained, you know what I mean? Let me take that off. All right, there we go, fresh. Etc. buy and or custody and or promote Bitcoin. For your information, I'm significantly invested in Bitcoin. I'm just not a maximalist that thinks there can only be one winner. And I'm really that type of person, I guess, too. So true maximalists don't celebrate banks buying Bitcoin. We would rather sleep on hot coals than see the banks buy before 100 million per coin. Two things to say. One, the guy below is right. True Bitcoin maximalists don't like bank adoption because with banks and all these other great institutional investors comes more manipulation and becomes more of a mainstream type of thing, which if the banks integrate it, then the purpose of it kind of goes. Then again, one purpose remains there, which is that it's decentralized money that can't be done. But it's the same thing as governments, for example, becoming Bitcoin miners. The reason it would be really bad and people, true maximalists, wouldn't like it is because we wanted to take control away from governments and from single authorities. If the United States were to pump $1 trillion into Bitcoin mining equipment, well, even though the price would skyrocket, the price skyrocketing is going to go back to the United States pockets. So ultimately, that's a really difficult little battle to face. And so a true Bitcoin maximalist who really likes Bitcoin for the core of it is not happy with banks. Then again, from a different perspective, I think the majority of people who just buy Bitcoin because of gains, they're quite happy with it. At least that's what I would personally think, right? And I hold Bitcoin, and I'm happy with banks adopting it because I know more banks, more purpose, more money. Let me also close the door so you guys can actually get better sound quality. There we go, boys and girls. You see how progressive we are? This is why it's one take, all right? Why? So you can see the nits and bits of sometimes recording these things. You know, last episode my freaking lights went off, the freaking power went out in this little crap hole. This time around I think about putting my shirt off and closing the door because I'm sometimes dumb and I forget. A lot of things happen. Last time we were calling the freaking hotel service for freaking new towels or for fruit. I don't even remember what we did. Right now we can also call the freaking reception, but what's that gonna do, right? What can we ask? I don't know. That was pretty funny, though, when we did that last time. Even during the stream, we had a couple of things. But John also said over on Twitter, I can't recall if I've ever retweeted this before, but I recommend you to read this, whether you love or hate XRP. He is quoting Panoz Mech. He helped me significantly in understanding XRP and the XP ledger in my preparation for XRP holders' motion to intervene, along with Mr. Fresh Time and others. So I can only say that Panoz knows a lot about XRP, yet he is very, very heavy in the application of his own knowledge, I guess. So even though Panoz knows a lot about this stuff, very much so, can't discredit him for that. He knows his stuff, all right? He knows. He is very heavy in spreading, I don't know how I can call it, like the truth, basically. So a lot of people misunderstand XRP, misclassify it, and Panoz is here to tell you like a big F you to the face, like, why do you keep spreading false info and avoid doing research? Are you being paid to spread lies? Very sad. I mean, he just said he thinks it's a trap. I mean, it's not necessarily false info, right? It's just negative, which we don't want, but so it's a 50-50. But he does have a lot of good info, so if you are looking to learn, there's two places. One, check out his blogs, for example, or you can check out the xpledger.org. A lot of cool places to learn, but once more, that's one fun thing that I just saw, and he recommends it, so I thought, hey, let me quickly tell you guys that about that too. One thing I should also quickly not forget is don't hold any ERC20 tokens when regulations come. Of course, these are not coins, but these are tokens since they're on Ethereum, but all right. Now, the reason he's actually saying that is because right now, as it currently stands, people are really thinking, oh, we're all free, we're all safe, we're all good. Fun fact, bada boom, bada bing, let's not say that. If the deposition the day after tomorrow turns out to be negative, basically, what I mean with negative is that William Himmel, for example, says, no, Ethereum has never been properly regulated. We have no idea what Ethereum is. Every single token might get a lawsuit next. And that might happen today, tomorrow, we don't really know. The majority of those won't probably happen until the Ripple one is settled, but theoretically speaking, they could all be sued tomorrow. Ethereum itself could be sued, and we don't know exactly what that means for all the tokens on top of Ethereum. I've talked about that before. We don't know how it works for Casino Coin, for example, and things that are built on top of the Ethereum ledger, let's call it, because, well, I mean, they are not Ethereum owned. They're not really Ethereum based. They're decentralized, and again, they're central. If Ethereum is the security, and these things are built on a security platform, the Ethereum blockchain, that's a difficult little battle to face, huh? What is going to happen to those? However, it is something to be afraid of. It is something to think about, right? Like, what's going to go on with those? It is really interesting. Because what if a platform on Ethereum is truly decentralized? Meaning it has no formal structure and really does not conform with the Howey test. For example, it has just a couple of people, let's say 1,000 people who all have one maybe purpose, maybe a couple of purposes, but no real full foundation, for example, who built their token. with an interesting smart contract. How does that work then? That's an interesting one. That's an interesting battle, an interesting little call. 81 countries are now exploring CBDC. 5 CBDCs fully launched. I didn't even know about that. So 81 countries representing over 90% of global GDP are now exploring a CBDC. In our original report published in May 2020, only 35 were considering, and things have really progressed. This is coming from the BIS. Really progressed. So 5 have been launched. You can actually check it out right here. Pretty interesting if you look at the little purple dot for launched. Like how does that work? Because you would think this is, I don't know what that's supposed to be. Then it kind of looked, So that was interesting to me. Let's quickly see if we can see the 5 in which it was already launched, because I'm not sure exactly what the names of those were. I don't think we're going to see those names, guys. I didn't check the names before. I just wanted to give you guys the info. I didn't think about actually providing the proper names. No, I don't think we're going to see it. I guess China is one of them. And yeah, most likely, let's quickly read this one actually. The center noted that of the countries with the 4 largest central banks, which is the U.S. Federal Reserve, European Central Bank, and Bank of Japan and Bank of England, the United States is the furthest behind in developing a state-backed digital currency. At least that's what they make it out to be. We don't really know how far they are, but yeah. Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell has let off a couple of statements saying it's very important. And then again, he also said we don't even know if we're going to launch it, whatnot, blah, 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 blah. I'm not sure exactly which 5 are live, to be honest with you. Looking at it like this, I don't really know. Nor did I really know that some were live already anyway. I knew that China has gone for their pilot, but I guess a lot of different places have done their pilots. I thought the pilot was like one of the furthest things. Then again, sometimes you are ignorant because you don't know what you're missing. And that's exactly the situation right here. And then Amazon, this is the rumor we talked about before, to integrate Bitcoin payments and launch its own token by 2022, Insider confirms. The rumors that Amazon might be adding or dabbling into Bitcoin and crypto payments are strengthening. The e-commerce titan is looking for a digital currency and blockchain product lead, according to a job posted on the website. And now some insiders have confirmed that Amazon is definitely looking to launch a Bitcoin and crypto payments by the end of the year. In addition, the e-commerce giant could launch its own token by 2022. So that is going to be pretty interesting. Can we say this has been confirmed? No. And will more coins come and all that type of stuff? We don't really know. But apparently, from this insider, Jeff Bezos is actually giving the thumbs up on all of this. So let's see, all right? I don't want to actually go over all this token stuff here at the bottom because it's such a big rumor as of this point too, that we don't know if there will be an Amazon native token or they'll just accept cryptocurrencies for payments, or they'll make their own card, or they'll make their own something. We don't really know. So dabbling on into this insider's opinion is not really going to matter. Then again, I might actually make a 5-minute crypto video on it specifically just about this subject. So if you really want to know, let me know in the comment section down below. I'll go over it and I'll look for a little bit more info on different articles. But that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. Make sure you check out the Bybit competition. A link for that one is going to be down below too. There's 30,000 XP to be won and there's 2 more days left. So go ahead and check it out.